Thanks for stopping by the Celluloid Collective. My name is Jerry, and today we're going to be trying out some 25-year-old Fuji 800 that we now have in our store. So let's get started. So this one is on our store right now, and it is about 25 years old. And so you may not even be 25 and you're watching this, or you may be older than that and be like, oh, I bought this when it came out. Let's drop this in and see what we're working with. My guess is that the grain is going to be a little bit more. Yeah, it looks like those two are basically non-existent, but we're going to try them anyway. Okay. Let's get back in here for you. There we go. Man, this live editing thing is going to be game changer. When we started doing this, and now that this is kind of became the full-time thing, so we're doing the YouTube, we're doing our store, I'm doing the Bronson Creative filmmaking stuff, and one of the things is the post-production. It's a lot of post. It's a lot of editing and to get these out to you all, and so I wanted to kind of get rid of some of that so we could what is that? Nahas. I think that's a reflection of something. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I wanted to kind of speed up the post process, and oh, I know what it is. Okay, this is down at the pier, down at the Redondo Beach Pier, so close to where I'm out on the West Coast. Oop, that's not what I want. Ah. These little plastic things. You definitely would have to have a machine to get them in there. But I hadn't been there yet. Like we just moved. If this is your first time watching one of these episodes or stopping by, first off, thank you so much. And but yeah, the school I was teaching at closed down, and after 13 years, and so we had to move and yeah, we had to move out of the place that we were living in, and it's been a crazy year. So, but I had not been down to this pier before, and I had wanted to. So this one's the closest one to our house and gets kind of the least amount of play, and but I think it was one of the cooler ones that we've been to. Come on. Oh my lord. Okay. So the first thing I'm kind of noticing is that it looks like it may not be as sharp, as like a quote-unquote brand new roll of film. As far as how it's like staying inside the frame, it's not like making a really crisp kind of outline on some of these, but I also might just be underexposed, so it'll be interesting you can only get so much information out of the negative when you're doing this part of it, and so I think that as we go through, you'll be able to see what's going on. But so I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of these scanned. I'm gonna get them in and see what we're looking at. And so we're going to take a little bit of a break while I transfer all these into the computer, and we'll be right back. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into these other frames and see what we got. If you're just looking for the results at the end, of course you can jump ahead, but I'm gonna show you this because I think this is kind of fun to be able to see what's happening with all those things. So it looks like I just kind of scanned them upside down, which... Let's see really quick if I can flip them now and fix all that. Looks like I scanned all of them upside down. Okay. All right, so now we're into the 800 that we currently have. It's about 25 years old. So we're going to see what happens with this and if there's really any degradation if they're cold stored. So I've shot a lot of expired film this year. It's like all I've shot. I was trying to find a roll in my fridge not too long ago that wasn't expired, and I don't think I have anything right now that isn't at least like 20 years old. Some of the stuff I have is, 50, 60, 70 years old. But I think what's really interesting about the whole thing is I was told never to shoot expired film, be a waste of time. You wouldn't get any results, yada, yada, yada. And while it's not going to be perfect, if I was getting paid to do the job and, I only got one shot at it, something like that, like if, it was a huge, job that I was working on, maybe not, but I also don't know. Now I feel super confident with the, I don't use a light meter. I just go for it. So this roll of 800, I did expose at 400, at ISO 400. So keep that in mind when we blow it up here in a second, which we're almost there. This stuff was shot completely at night with no light meter. I didn't realize I forgot my light meter and I had already taken my camera, so I just let it ride. We're going to see what happens. That one's going to be creepy if it works. Oh, okay, boom, boom, boom. All right, so now we're going to convert these. I'm still going with the Naritsu for everything, and that's just like my favorite one in here. They have a bunch of different ones, so you can change how much it puts on there, things like that. Okay, so it looks like I have a little bit of a flare situation going somewhere. It looks like maybe something on the back of my camera, or I don't know. But it's pretty consistent, so I wonder if, yeah, these are two different cameras, so I don't know what might have happened in the middle of all of that. So I might have, let's look at my camera really quick. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, the foam in the bottom is completely like broken down. It's like barely any in there anymore. It looks like it's been rubbing. Okay, well, I need to reseal this. So this is actually a really good thing. So it looks like the film itself is good. I have a camera issue, which is always good to know. I got to get that resealed. But what I'm going to do now is, yeah, because you can see it's all around the sprockets, which would be at that top and bottom, which it looks like my foam is broken down. But other than that, looks like the film is doing well. So, like I said, I did it at 400 ISO, and that way I could get a little bit more light to it. I would probably suggest that doing overexposing by at least one stop. And I did, oh, that was just a piece of plastic that was in front of it when I was capturing it. Interesting. Yeah. So if we were to use this, what we can kind of see is I could get rid of it, but you can see that it's like blooming here at the edges. So it looks like, yeah, it looks like that I have some seals that are bad. But if I kind of reframed it a little bit, I could get away from that blooming. And then I have I still have a solid negative there I can play with. So, which is good for where I'm currently at, because that would be a bummer if all of these were kind of gone. But you can see there's a lot of room still to play with it. Get a little bit more in there, bring that back up. Okay. Right now I'm just trying to see how far I can pull it, but the contrast I can pull a long way. Okay, I still have, okay, I got some stuff in there. Some good stuff. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play with both of these, and then, oh, I really like this shot. But what I'm going to do really quick is I'm just going to compare these two while I have this going, and then I'm going to print off a couple and look at them. But let's see. Let's get something similar. Let's go here. Okay. All right. So we're going to do this as the reference. And then let's go back in here to the other one. Where's it at? Boom. Okay. Boom. Interesting. Yeah. So the grain still looks about the same. So keep in mind that I'm using a half frame camera for this one over here on the right. So that is giving me a little bit more of that pronounced structure. That's going to be part of it. But yeah, I'm really excited I'm going to go through and I'm going to edit these and I'm going to see if I can look at them. So I will be back here in just a second. All right, so we got everything printed off and we're about to look at it. So I was pretty impressed, and so here we go. Get you in there. So we're looking at some of the 800 right now, and one of the things that I noticed immediately, like we looked at when we were getting our scans, was there was a little bit of bloom. I'm gonna fix that. I need to get some light seals on my camera, so I'm gonna get that done and fixed up. But some of the other things, I was pretty impressed by the color and all that. I just cropped it out to be able to do that. There might be a little bit of, we're looking at the actual prints right now, so there might be a little bit of the sun's kind of coming in through my studio right now, but I'll try to get these. I'm gonna put the actual images at the end too, so you'll be able to see them. But this little guy here, it's all upside down. Okay, we're back to full screen. Sorry, I'm still doing the live switching, trying to get it all set up. One of the things that I want you to consider when you're doing your rolls is give it a little bit more light. So I did these at 400 for our Fuji 800, and then I didn't really have any other issues, which I really enjoyed, and I had a lot of fun with it. I also got to go to a new place that I hadn't been before, and so I'm trying to get out into my neighborhood and look around and try new things. And I'd been in the last neighborhood for almost 9 years, so it was a long time that I was in that same kind of a block of the same block. I was on the same block in Hollywood for almost 9 years, which is crazy to think about it. But I'm gonna put the whole images up here at the end. Head on over to our store. You can pick up a roll. We have a bunch of other films in stock as well. We have new stuff kind of coming monthly as we get it in and get it all tested. So I hope you'll stop back by and check out the next one of these episodes. Be kind to everyone, and I'll see you next time.